Hello guys. So today's we this is the second lecture related to the Java collection topic. We are going to discuss the few lectures we have associated with the Javas, and we already have understand few knowledge about Java topic as well. So since we have an idea how we have covered so far related to the topics, let's understand which is the second lecture related to the Java collection that we are going to cover here. So the topic we are going to cover is what is array list. Then we will be checking out some declaration of arrays list, how we can do that. We already have understand some of methods which came from collection class. So since array list is an implemented class for the collection class, collection interface, so the we methods we have discussed are like add methods, remove methods, contains methods, size methods. So these are the methods which we already have an idea about it. So we will going to use those methods, and similarly there are new add-ons method which was provided by the array list. You can say new methods, or you can say overrided methods in array list, such that addition with two different parameters such as indexing in the object one. Similarly we are going to check the remove indexing. Similarly we're going to check one more method which is index method. Then we are going to use the set method for indexing, and then object what we are trying to make an updation into that. We are going to understand using an example regarding the same. Then in the array list we are going to check the retrieval data from array list. How we can do that, whether we are going to cover three different loop inside that, which is for loop, for each loop, and there is one more topic which is known as iterator, through which we are going to iterate the values as well. So that we are going to discuss as well on the topic. So after all this discussion, we are going to start with a similar kind of a thing in one more topic, which is instead of array list we are going to cover the set. Then we are going to use a head set, how we can declare the same predefined methods. And since after this we are going to check the retrieval data from set, or you can say headset. We will use different looping, whether it's a for each loop or the iterator loop, to use the same. Then we are going to check about the automation perspective, how these things is been dealing with those. So these are the topic for the agenda which we are going to cover in current lecture. So let's start with our today's journey, with which is related to the array list. So we already have prepared one document which we are going to cover for today's lecture, which is the Java collection automation part 2. So the first thing is, what is array list? Since we have an idea yesterday that array list is a class which is came from collection interface, so it's a package inside a util one. So since we have understand the collection topic, so collection can be a dynamic value. So same ideology will be associated with the array list. We don't need to define the size. It is dynamic, resizable arrays kind, you can say. So insertion order is being maintained because it's a part of a list, and since it's a part of a list, duplicacy is also allowed within the same. So as we have heard about it, array is of homogeneous and array list for the heterogeneous. So we can add any number of values into inside that that specific value of the array list. So we can this is the brief idea what is an array list all about. So now we will move to the declaration of array list, how we can declare an array in our programming perspective. So let's create one class, or you can say one package. So let me reinitiate the IntelliJ first. Yeah, so it's loaded. So let's say intentionally, let's create one Java class with the name of array list example. So this is the class I have created inside that, and let's create a main method, so it through which we can run any program. So for the declaration part, like we did in this, for any class declaration, how we can do that? The class name, then object is equal to new, and then class constructor. This is how we are going to call the create a reference variable with the same ideology is being associated with. Since array list is a class, so we can create with two different generic methods. So array list is a class, so this is how we can create an array list. Let's say I have created a name of the variable is list using new array list. This is how we can create a array list type. Since this is known as non generic way of creation of an array list, but there are few more as well. Let's say generic one. So let's say instead of declaring the any type of value, its array list can hold only a string value. That is what you're supposed to do that. So how we can achieve the same? You just need to define the type. This is how known as generic way, in which this array list can only hold the string value. Before that, it can hold any value. And what does any value here represent means? Adding, for example, let's say 50 is being added. Similarly, list one dot add, let's say a j is being added. See, this is integer and this is array, so it is acceptable because it's a non-generic way. But let's make it as generic. So let's say I have added as a string. You can see it is being pointed out as a, a error in the compile time error. So for this, it is suggesting some suggestion that you can convert that integers into a string as well. So this is a through which known as generic way. Similarly, there is one more way. Instead of declaring array list here, we need to define the implemented interface. Since it's a part of a list, we can use list way as well. So this is how we can create array list. This is known as using list interface way. This is the three different approaches which we can declare an array. So that's we have understand about it. So these are the three different ways which we have covered. Similarly, these are the topic, the definition I have just teach you about it. So since we already have covered some methods yesterday about the collection interface, what are those methods? Such as add for adding some values, for removing we are use going remove, for verification if that object is being present on the collection or not, we are going to use contains. For clear out all the values. For size, we need to check the size, how much the collection size is. Size will be used. Is empty is used to verify if the collection contains any data or not. So these are the predefined method which is present in the collection class or collection interface. Since array list is a part of the collection interface, automatically these methods will inherit to that array list. So apart from these, we can have multiple method which is can be overloaded in the array list. And what are those methods? So these are the four different methods that is being used as a overloaded thing. So let's understand with a few example for more knowledge about how the codings look like of all the associated methods we have in the array list. So let me we already have one class for this one. Let's say I have declared an array list of, let's say we are creating a generic array list which accept a string value. So let's make it as fruit. So this is how we have declared a array list which can hold any string value. So let's say since these are the predefined method which is of collection interface, so we can add the value here as well. So let's use those functions by calling the reference variables. You can see I have added orange. Let's say I have added apple. Let's say I have added banana. So these are the three different you can say uh, approach we have added. So add object. So this method came from collection interface, right? So we are going to use directly here. Similarly, let's move on to some new method which came from the array list, which is add index object. So what does it indexing means? So you already have an idea, like in array, this is a zero index, this is first index, this is second index, right? So let's say I want you to add at the index number 1. How we can do that? So insertion is being associated with it. So fruits dot add 1 dot, let's say I have added grapes. So intentionally what is happening here? Insertion at index number 1. You can see now it's 0 as orange, grapes at 1, second as apple, third is banana. So this is the new updated string you can see. So let's print the value to show you that value. So after index insertion, so let's say I have intentionally print the value. So what does it print? So let's first it will print orange, then grapes, then apple, and then banana. So these are the output it's going to show you in the output perspective when we run the program. So you can see first is orange, then grapes, and then apple, and then banana. This is known as adding at a specific indexing can be occurred. Similarly, same remove indexing was being associated with. That means if we want to remove at that index, so it gets slightly changed to the previous positions. For example, intentionally I have removed apple from this. So how does it strings look like? Orange, grape, and then banana. So this is how the programs look like. So let's remove the same and check the value. So fruits dot remove, let's say intentionally I have removed apple. So this is what the values look like. So after removing apple, so what does it fruit will display? So let's show you the output here. You can see I have removed apple, so it gets removed from there, and the final result will be orange, grapes, and banana. This is how the remove at indexing will look like. Then similarly there is one more function, getting index. That means if we provide the index number, it will provide that associated value. Since we have an idea since that 0 at in orange, first is grape, and then banana is number 2. So after this, let's say I use get function to provide a input as a 1. That means it will print the output as grapes. So let's say this is what I want to do. So let's say string second index fruit. This is what I want to get. Fruits dot get second. This is what I want to print. So let's say since we already have stored into the some string, so we can directly print that string. Second indexing fruit. So what does it print? It will print banana, because at the end you can see 0 is orange, first is grape, banana is second one. So at the end it is printing the banana in the output. So after this we have understand a few functions which is provided by the new array list, which is add provided the index and the element that we wants to add, removing with the project of that object you wants to remove, the get function to provide the what value it is holding in the array list. Similarly, there is one more function which is known as set. Set, like we did in the add, it is inserting, but set will make a change into that. For example, like this, instead of now we have added the grapes at the first index, right? Instead of now at the same first index, instead of making a grapes, we are changing it to the cauliflower. This is what I have done. Okay, so after changing insertion, what does it print? So it will print orange, then cauliflower, then apple, and then banana. So this is the output we can see in the by replacing a set function. You can see orange, grapes, apple, banana. After indexing, after making a changes using a set function, the grapes will be changed to the cauliflower. So these are the functions which is being provided here by the overloaded method by the array list. So any doubt guys, if you have, just let me know in the chat section. We can sort it out here. So these are the predefined method which is been provided by the topic here. So let's understand how we can retrieve a data using a array list. So uh, let's move on to the three different ways we can retrieve a data in an array list. First is using for loop, second is for each loop, and then iterator. These are the three different way we can retrieve a data from an array list. So let's understand one by one to get the data. So intentionally I have added some data which is this orange, apple, and banana. These are the fruits I have added in the array list. So I wanted to retrieve all those data. How we can do that? Let's understand with the each for loop example first, and then we will move one by one. So I is equal to 0, I less than fruit dot size I plus plus. So this is how we are iterating each. So I want to get this first, this second, and then third. These are the indexing, right? So 0 index, first index, and the second index. So if I use I function to use a get function, automatically we're going to use the same. So how we can do that? Fruit dot get index. If I use this function, first it will go with the 0 value. That means fruit dot get 0, it will print orange. Fruits dot get 1, it will print apple. Then fruit dot get 2, it will print banana. So these are the approach we can use. So I'm just using this here. You can see this is how we are printing all those values inside the array list using a for loop. You can see orange, apple, banana, each value has been retrieved here. So similarly, let's move on to the one more approach. So let's comment it out. Another approach is using a for each loop, right? What does that for each loop represent? Since it's a part of a string, so we need to define an item, and where we are going to use item is we going to print the same. This is how we can use a for each loop. We already have understand about the for each loop when we have taken out the topic for the associated Java topic in the looping concept. You can see same ideology in there. So now there is one more approach, which is a new approach that is provided by the collection as well. That approach is known as iterator approach. And how we can do that using an iterator? So let's understand with the example. So in iterator, there is predefined functions. What are those functions? First is iterator. Iterator function is used to tell which data are we iterating. For example, I am iterating the fruits. So I will be calling this iterator function using fruits. So fruits dot iterator will go line by line, means go line by line for which iterating which things that we are going to use. Second thing is iterator is a class. Since it's a class, it has some functions. What are those functions? First is iterator functions. Second function is a hasNest function. Then function is next function. And what does all those function represent? Since we already have an idea about the iterator, it is used to just check which we are going to iterate. And has next will verify if the element was present here or not. So let's say first it will check the orange, so data is present, so it will note null. Similarly, then after reaching the banana, we are trying to move the has next. That means this array list has been reached till the endpoint and there is no such value is being present, so hasNet will return the null value. So this will be used in the for looping thing. Next value is used to get the value like we did in this get function. So same get function is being used like here for fetching the value at the indexing part. So let's understand with the example here. So let's say iterator is an class, right? So it will hold a string value. So itr is equal to fruits dot iterator. So by this we are iterating each element. Okay, now after this, so while loop itr dot has, why it is iterable, iterator, itr dot has next until it is you can say value is present, right? The loop will be used. Then what we are going to use, like we did in this fruit dot get, same function is being represented here in the next function. So itr dot next. So this function, this approach will print the value similar like this orange, apple and banana. So let's execute the same to check. You can see it is still printing the same value. This is how the retrieving of a data in a array list look like. And now take some example in the real-time perspective for more knowledge. Since in this pom.xml, I have already added some JUnit, some APIs sessions as well. So you can see I have added some dependencies related to the Selenium. So we can call those Selenium classes as well. So let's understand the Selenium uses in the real-time perspective. So let's say there is a web driver is equal to driver new Chrome driver, right? Similarly, web driver manager dot Chrome driver dot setup. Using these line, the web driver gets opened, right? Then this driver dot manage dot windows dot maximize will be maximizing the same. Similarly, driver dot manage dot timeout dot implicit wait will add some waits for each of the web elements. These are the prerequisite that every function needs to be done, so don't bother much about it. So now driver dot get. So let's say this instagram.com, this is the website, right? So these are the website that we have, right? Let's say I wanted to check all those web elements that it can contain. That means how many a tag is present on this web page, all the links that I wanted to fetch. How we can do that? Since every link is being associated with a tag which is of a tag. Okay, so how we can do that? You can see link tag is being used in every referencing. So link, see, there are a lot of links is being present on the website, right? So I want to fetch all those links. How we can do that? We can use the link method to fetch all those tags that have been associated with it. So let's open this instagram.com. So driver dot find elements by dot tag name. You can see the tag name is link, right? So we can just copy paste it here. This find elements, you can see it is returning the list of web elements. List of web elements. There are complete list that we can store. So list of which web element. So let's say all links. So this is how we can fetch all the specific link, and let's say I wanted to print those links. So web element, right? Let's say link dot all links and s out link dot get text. So this is how we are printing all those links that is present on the web page. So you can let's print the value and check if the output is being working fine or not. You can see the Chrome browser gets open, Instagram page is being loaded up, and everything looks good. Right now it is not able to fetch the value. So let's use a anchor tag to check if the all those link has been associated with the anchor tags or not. You can see wherever the anchor tag was present, every link is being populated here. This is how we can get all those links that have been associated with the anchor tag. This is the real-time uses in the automation perspective. When we are dealing with the collection topic, we are storing all those web elements, and for using for each loop we are printing those value like we did in the printing of array list. So let's understand few more topic, which is the second one, which is set. So now the second question arises similarly. What is set? How we can declare a set or you can have set? Since we already have an idea about the collection classes, then retrieval data from a headset, so that we already have an idea about it. So let's understand this topic here. So let's open the document for more knowledge about it. See, what does it say? So what is set? First question is it. So hi sir, will I able to understand as I haven't seen any previous video yet? So Rakesh, you needs to go through the videos previously on mine. That will be help you to understand more about this Java collection. There is only one video for the Java collection, but we have covered nearly 10 videos for the Java topic, which is necessary for being an automation tester, that you should have an idea. Just go through those if you want. So let's move on. So what is set? So that is an interface. This inside interface, there will be some implemented classes that we have. So the implemented classes generally we people use are hash set. So hash set is the implemented class that we are going to use. Then like we did in the mathematics, in set there is no such duplication is being added. That means if I want to add the same fruit like we did here, let's remove all the previous codes. Like this, where we have added orange here. Similarly, if I add orange again here, so this is possible in array list but not in the set, because set doesn't support the duplicacy. It will only add once here. If I print directly fruits, if I choose instead of array list as a set, that it will in the list there is only two data. First is orange and second is banana. So this is the main difference. And second is unordered. Unordered means this is the first index, this is the second index, and this is a zero first and second index. So the order is not preserved. It will add at a random order. Banana can be came first as well. Orange can be came second as well. Any things can be happened in the set. So this is the second difference between set and the array list. So now the topic here is what is hash set. So hash set is the implemented class of that set. It is a very important. So same preservative that we have in the set, same goes around with the set and the hash set as well. Doesn't maintain insertion order, allows null value, fast access, and since it's a duplicacy is not allowed. So how we can declare a headset in our uh, I want some boyfriends. So the how we can declare a headset. So the declaration can be very easy. There is on like we did in the array list, same ideology is being associated with it. So instead of this, we can declare like this. This can be also used as well. This is one approach, right? Second approach is generic. This is the generic one. A non-generic, it can be accept any value. If I make it as specific type, it will only accept the specific type. Similarly, like we did, instead of set, we can have headset as well, like this. Similarly, headset can be removed, anything, all these things can be accumulated as well. So these are the four declaration through which we can create a headset or a set associated with it. Since it's a part of a collection as well, and under the set category, every function which is part of the collection interface will comes as well in this as well, like add function, remove function, contains, clear, size, all those methods. Try to use those on your own, and write those uh, class which you have been associated in the chat section of this uh, video lecture, and then we can good to go. Then after this, let's say how we can retrieve the data using a headset. So same, if you want to run the Panchu, how we can learn the Java for being an automation tester. If you want, I already have uploaded some of the basic ideas how you can proceed with the Java. Go to the previous lectures in the Geeks4Geeks channel. In the live section, you will see nearly 10 to 11 videos associated with the Java which I have taught you. You just go with that, and you will able to understand the basic terminologies how the Java in the automation looks like. So let's understand with the programming knowledge about it, and use the same ideology that we have in the programming itself only. Like did, let's say set, and it is accepting a string, correct? This is how we have added created a set. Similarly, we have added multiple data. You can see orange I have added to multiple times, and since it is not accepting any insertion order, we can just remove those. So I wanted to show you one thing, so that's why intentionally I have added to duplicate data. So let's say Selenium, let's say API. So I have added nearly 5 data, right? This is the first index, the zero index, first, second, third, and fourth. If let's say if it is you don't know if the set is unordered or ordered, so that means how we can check that? We can just print the value and we will get the output. So let's say I want to print the fruit. You can see it is first adding a API, Selenium, and orange and banana. There is random order it is entering. Similarly, I have added orange 2 times, but in the list it is appearing only once. So it is removing the duplicacy. Also, the unordered insertion order is being maintained in this. So these are the few points that I wanted to show you here. Now, how we can retrieve a data? Same ideology. Let's say for each loop, for loop as well we can use. We already have an idea. So let's say I have stored all those into a string, so I have used string as well. So how we can do that? System out dot println s. So just print the value. It will provide all those necessary details. You can see API, Selenium, orange, banana. So these are the, you can see I have print using for each loop. So let's understand one more, which is a iterator approach we already have seen. Same ideology use can be here as well. So how we can do that? First, we need to create a iterator object of a string type. Let's say reference variable named as iterator. And instead of new, it should be fruits dot iterator. So now intentionally code. This iterator is being used for has next function and similarly next function as well. So while loop, right, iterator dot has next, sout dot iterator dot next. That's all. Let's, instead of, let's make it as commented out, only one time it get printed. You can see this is printing the same data. So by two different approaches, by using for each loop and similarly by using iterator loop, we have printed the value inside the set value. Dipanshu is saying सर जावा और कोडिंग ये एक ही है या अलग अलग है? जावा और कोडिंग both are the same thing, bro. We need to understand Java for being, if you wants to become a automation tester, you first need to understand Java, how you are able to write the code in the Java, where those Java code is being used in the automation usage. So then only, if you are perfect in Java, then only you will able to understand the Selenium or the rest assured or the APM, because both are all of that have as a tool. That means they have the classes and the function that you are going to reuse it again. So once you have a command in the Java, everything will be aligned automatically. So that's why I have chosen the real-time example of Java's topic, which is necessary for being an automation, that you should have an idea. So that we have an understand about it. These are the retrieving of data. Now we will move to the some headset real-time example in the perspective in the automation. So let's make it as webdriver.manage.prompt driver, set it up. Driver Python or Java, who is best? I was suggesting that you should go with the Java. Why? Because there is more opportunity, more persons, more community support. Since more community support is provided, more challenges you can tackle up. Python is have predefined functions, so you don't know much the conceptual knowledge about it. So I was suggesting you, Gulshan, to move with the Java first. So you will align everything about it. I hope you are able to understand the point. So let's say using driver dot manage dot timeout dot implicit wait duration of second. Let's say I have added 5 seconds. Driver dot manage dot windows dot maximize. So I have added multiple things. You can see. Let's say this is the Instagram.com, right? After this, let's say I have intentionally click on the sign up button. It will navigate to the new page. Similarly, if I click on this login button, it will navigate to this page, right? Let's say this is the automation practice. After clicking on this open new window, you will see new window gets opened. Similarly, after clicking on this new tab, the new tab gets opened. So all these things are new windows, right? So these windows can be handled using headset. So headset is used because every window is part of a set of a string. So we need to store the set of a string and we can iterate using for loop, for each loop and iterator. Everything can be associated with it. So this is the website that we have, and these are the different elements which we are going to click. Let's say this is what you are supposed to do that. So driver.get, this is the website that we are trying to help. After this, these are the web elements. So let's find those web element. The web element techniques is different thing. So I'm just directly using what, so it's a type of a id. So driver dot find element by dot id and just providing the same and then click. Similarly, driver dot find element by dot, so this is the one more element which is a open tab, which is of open tab. You can see by dot id this, and this is what I'm just clicking those web element, nothing more than that. I'm in this website is being loaded up. You can see. Let's understand with the one proper approach. That is what is happening. First, it is opening this web browser, then it is navigating to this URL like this. After this, it will click this open window element like this, and also it will click this open tab as well. So this is what is happening here, right? So how we can get all Windows handles that is being associated with it. So there is a function which is known as driver.get window handles. You can see this get window handles is returning set of a string. That means we need to store those into set of a string as well. So set of a string, let's say window set, and using this window set we can iterate. How we can iterate? We can iterate using for each loop. Let's say for loop, string is a type of window head set, that is what we are trying to iterate. Driver dot switch to dot window handle, right? Sout dot driver dot get title. Okay, this is what instead of this, let's only click the single tab. So there are two different tab is being opened, right? First it will click on this window. So there are two windows. First is this set, second is this set. So there are two data inside that set. So let's print this. If you want, you can print this window set as well. So just printing out window handle set data, nothing more than that. So this is the output that we're trying to do. Okay, so let's print the value to check if this set iteration is being working fine or not. You can see website is being loaded up. It will clicking on the open window button, the second window is being loaded up, and then you can see everything was allowed here. You can see in the window set there is two different browser is being opened. First is this, second is this. So that's why there are two datas inside that set. This is first data of browser, second is the second browser. Similarly, in that we are printing the title, nothing more than that. You can see this is the titles and this is the second title. If you want, you can just click here. You can see practice page is the title, second title is this, QA, click academy, A testing, all those different values. So that's why it is printing those two different values. That's all for today's lecture, guys, and I hope you are able to understand the set and array list. So we have understand in the automation perspective as well, while switching between multiple browsers window handle, how we can collect all those window handles, and since set is not allowing a multiple in same data, so that it can hold only a single data as well. So that's all for today's lecture. We'll meet you tomorrow. If you have any doubt, you can just note down into the chat section if you want. Thank you everyone. Bye.